one of the greatest rulers of Egypt. She was the first Ptolemaic ruler to learn the Egyptian language. She manipulated two of Rome's most powerful emperors to serve her interests, murdered her siblings to seize the throne, and raised a mercenary army to consolidate her power in Egypt. She declared herself the goddess Isis to the Egyptians and led an army at the tender age of 21. She is Queen Cleopatra VII. Cleopatra was born in 69 BC as the daughter of King Ptolemy IV. After her father's death in 51 BC, the throne passed to her younger brother, Ptolemy XIV. Being 8 years older, Cleopatra became the co-ruler, but Ptolemy XIII and her sister Arsinoe IV were not pleased. Cleopatra was expelled from Alexandria, the Ptolemaic capital at the time. However, Cleopatra was a strong woman who did not give up. She fled to Syria and began forming a mercenary army to help her regain the throne. Cleopatra returned with a large army to confront her brother Ptolemy XIII on the eastern borders of Egypt, leading to a civil war. Cleopatra's army triumphed, and Ptolemy XIII was killed and drowned in the Nile. Arsinoe was captured and sent to Rome as a prisoner of war, where she was later executed for rebelling against Queen Cleopatra VII. Cleopatra then began her sole rule of Egypt. Cleopatra was a gifted queen who spoke multiple languages, including Egyptian, Latin, and Greek. She was educated in Alexandria, a beacon of knowledge at the time. Cleopatra managed to restore the glory of her ruling family and succeeded in establishing stability and peace in the country. She fought corruption, opened grain stores to the people, and reduced taxes, leading to a significant flourishing of Egypt under her reign. The Egyptian people did not hold her foreign origin against her due to her effective governance of the country. Opinions about Cleopatra's love life are all over the map. Some see her as a hopeless romantic, while others believe she was a cold-hearted strategist who used her charm and beauty to manipulate others. Here's a look at what some people consider to be the darker side of Cleopatra. Cleopatra's victory over her siblings was no mere coincidence. It was facilitated by the support of Julius Caesar, the Roman general who fell instantly in love with her upon seeing her. After her triumph and coronation as Queen of Egypt, she embarked on a 3-month Nile cruise with Caesar. She returned pregnant with his child. Caesar returned to Rome, and Cleopatra was formally married to her brother Ptolemy XIV, a common political maneuver at the time. Soon after, Cleopatra gave birth to a son by Julius Caesar, whom the Egyptians mockingly called Caesarion. Cleopatra visited Rome and met with Caesar, feeling as though she had become Queen of Rome herself. She stayed for 2 years until Julius Caesar was assassinated in the Senate. Caesar's untimely death was a severe shock to Cleopatra, who eventually recovered and returned to Egypt. She declared her son Caesarion co-ruler of Egypt after killing her brother Ptolemy XIV. In Rome, a fierce power struggle erupted between Caesar's supporters and enemies. Mark Antony, one of Caesar's supporters, and Octavian emerged as the primary contenders. After defeating Caesar's enemies, they divided the Roman Empire between them. Mark Antony was given the eastern part. Antony sought a meeting with the powerful and alluring Queen of Egypt, and upon meeting her, he fell deeply in love. They had 3 children together, and Antony declared his marriage to her, defying Roman law which prohibited marriage to foreigners. He declared all the eastern provinces to belong to Cleopatra, and made Alexandria the capital of the eastern part of the Roman Empire. Octavian was enraged by this and declared war on Antony. He began to slander Antony and Cleopatra and vowed to bring Cleopatra back to Rome in chains. The two forces met at the Battle of Actium, where Antony and Cleopatra were defeated and fled to Egypt. Cleopatra spread the rumor of her death to inspire Antony, but he died nonetheless. Octavian invaded Egypt and conquered it. Cleopatra attempted to negotiate with him but failed. Despairing, she took her own life with a venomous snake. Although the historian Plutarch places the entire blame on Cleopatra, some believe that Octavian sent someone to kill her. With the defeat and death of Cleopatra VII, the Ptolemaic dynasty fell, and Egypt became a Roman province in 30 BC. Until we meet again in a new story, in a new world.